Hi, Karen.
Hi Julia, how are you?
Yeah, it's that Friday afternoon thing again. Yeah, bit chilly today.
Bit frosty over where I was. I had to get a lot
Um,
of plants in this morning.
yes, well, I've been out in the garden, sort of putting in some stuff into the pots, and my hands were frozen. And I realised how cold my face was. First time, really. This, dry, cold weather. So that led me on to think about what we could talk about this afternoon, and a few little things we can offer. And all about really looking after our skin and our faces in the winter months, because I don't know about you, I mean, my skin's pretty good most of the time, but you get these sort of days and it feels really dry and tight and not terribly comfortable always. I don't know how you're
I
a
get
bit
that
younger than
round
mine.
here. It dries up. It all dries up here for some reason. Yeah, if I'm
Yeah.
out in the cold, and it always gets there. But yeah.
Right. Well, what we can do, we work a lot with our lymphatics. That's what Tripudia is all about. And you do, and I do in my classes, quite often we do a little section at the end, which is working with the lymph of the face. And I thought that might be quite a nice thing to introduce um, this afternoon, because it's a really useful thing for everybody, to just be aware. I mean, those that go to beauticians are very used to this sort of up flicking and things, which is the complete opposite to what we do when we're working with our lymphatics. So I thought I'd just talk a little bit about the lymph of the face, and then I thought we could demonstrate a little bit of a routine. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me because I always like that routine that you do. I always like it. So let's share it
Great.
with everybody else.
Absolutely. So, just for a little bit of background, lymphatics of the face, they come out and down. So, from the forehead down. I don't think I need to take my glasses off today, just manage it. And we go out towards the ears, and all the lines of lymphatics go downwards. And they go down and round our little moustache and down here. And what we have is chains of lymph nodes, which are the sort of the cleansers. So they clear the fluid of any impurities and so on. And there we've got those down in front of the ears here, all around here, got them behind the ears and around the chin, particularly around here. And then they lead down into lymph into the neck and across the clavicle and then almost into the blood. So our lymph is part of our body's fluid system, and we're, high percentage fluid. So it's actually really important to keep that fluid clean, healthy, and moving, because we know that the lymph moves by movement. So we've got facial exercises we can do, laughing. That's really good. Every time we smile, we're working those muscles of the face and enabling, the lymph to move better in our face. So if you walk around with a po face and don't talk, actually you're doing yourself a big disservice, because what's going to happen is your skin will sallow and become less plump, and it will pocket, because there isn't enough movement of the face. So people who talk with a lot of animation in their face and sing and laugh and so on actually are doing a really good job of helping their facial lymphatics. And when we're exercising, of course, we're moving our necks, and this moves all the lymph, clears it. Every time we do this, we do our breaths of joy, the shoulders come up and down. It's working all these muscles here, and it's helping to clear all this area here, which is great, isn't it? So what we're doing is, the lymph, all these little lymph vessels, they run alongside the blood, the circulatory system, and they drain outwards and downwards into the lymph nodes, where everything gets cleaned up. So what we need to do is to work our face lymphatics, and then if we drain them downwards, and we work really lightly, because they're just underneath the surface of the skin, so it's actually very sensual, quite a nice thing to do. So whether you're a man, woman, child, teenager, great for teenagers actually, because they have such a lot of problems with their skin during, with hormones and things. So keeping the lymph clean is a really good way of doing it. So shall we just do a little demo of how to just do a very simple lymph drainage? I mean, I always like to do a little bit of head massage. Not everybody likes to. Hair gets a right old mess, but see if you can move the scalp around a bit. And we have lymph around this area of the head as well, the scalp. So actually around the back of the occiput, the back of the head. So it's not exclusive to the face. So anything that we do to move the skin is going to move the lymph. So even though it's very tight on their head, it's quite a good thing to do, to just try and get some movement going. Looking good.
Hairdresser.
If we keep this really simple and we just pop our fingertips together, and that's sort of really where the line is. So, and we just glide them out. I'll put my glasses up. I can't see myself, but there we go.
Here we go.
Gliding out towards the ears. So we do that, maybe do that once more. And then under the eyes, we can do it with one finger. Let's do one finger today. So we can do one line just underneath the eye socket out towards the top of the ear. And then we'll do that again. Let's do that 3 times. Let's do each one 3 times. And really keeping it light, and it feels very nice. And as we take the next one down towards the middle of the ear, this little face routine I was taught by my aromatherapy teacher. Oh, many years, Brenda, many years ago. And, I still love it. It's still my favorite. And even as an MLD practitioner, it works a treat. So, and coming down to the bottom of the ears.
Okay. I'd forgotten that movement. There you go.
Yeah, so like three lines. But if we want to do it more quickly, or you can do all the fingers and just really light and just taking them down. Yeah. And then if we do our little Fu Manchu moustache, as she used to call it, so out and down. There we go. And then we want to sort of stroke, because we've got all these lovely little lymph nodes, tiny little string, like a little string of pearls around here. We want to stroke those down. So again, everything is really light. But as we do this, we're really nourishing and moving the fluid in our face, which will help to get more oxygen. Stimulates everything. It's so simple and light, but it will really help your face and your skin. And it's relaxing. Even just doing these little things to yourself feels so nice. So, and what we can do here is, while we're just around the collarbone, the clavicle, just do a little massage. You can do it all the way along and underneath, because we have lymph glands, lymph nodes, as we call them, above and below the collarbone there. So you might find a couple of areas that are a little bit tender. That tends to be the lymphatic area, particularly. So that's good. Now, coming back to our face, I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can sort of see what I'm doing. In front of the ears, we've got little lymph nodes there. So all this is about draining and clearing. So we've got fresh fluid moving around, and we could just in front of the ear, just work our way all the way down, just little circles. It's good. And again, behind the ear, just you can feel that bony point. Just give that a nice little massage too. And something I always quite like to do is just around the ear, just give that a little around the rim of the ear. It just feels really nice, and it's very good to touch our ears. And again, just get some circulation into them. It's quite chilly today.
I always like pulling them upwards as well. and
Yeah,
out.
that's
Yeah, I
interesting.
like that one.
I like to pull my earlobes down. So when we get to our earlobes, gives them a little rub, careful if you've got earrings on, and just gives them a little tug. And everything sort of feels as though it's opening up, and the inside of your ears feel so they're
Nice.
moving. And yeah, good. So simple, but these movements just really, and you can do it in the shower or the bath as well. But even if you're just coming in from outside and your skin's feeling tight, you can, if you're putting your face cream on, you can do the same way, because actually then you're moisturizing and moving the inner fluid as well. What can be quite nice, just to give our own necks a little massage. We do that. So if I like to hold my elbow, because it just sort of takes the pressure, so you're not hanging on your neck. You can take your hand round and just give your neck a nice squeeze. And this is lovely to do at the end of class, just sitting there before we do our final flow, and just have a really relaxing few minutes. It's great. So give our neck a nice squeeze, and then also you can give the shoulders just like lifting them up. We have such a lot of tightness around our neck, and all the muscles from the back and the shoulders all go up into the neck. So there's, even just a little bit of self-release there. A little bit of time. Then we can try the other side. So take the hand across and let's do the other side.
There we go.
Yeah, nice squeeze. So, we were talking last week, in fact, over the last couple of weeks, we talked a bit about, sitting at desks and computers and, everything getting so stiff and tight and spending more time at home. So actually just doing these little movements, only take a few minutes, can make such a difference, along with a nice stretch. That's feeling quite good there. A little bit down the arms, and just interlock your arms and have a little push forwards. I like to do that, and up and open.
There we go. Needs music when you can have
lovely. And the other thing, well, just thinking about faces and necks and shoulders, obviously leads into something else. I used to, when I worked at Breast Cancer Haven, I used to get, if any of you listening, you will remember, the girls in the office, all the administrators, marketing, everything, lovely women and men. And some of them would set their alarm hourly, because they said they had to stretch every hour. And of course, they'd never remember. So they'd set a little alarm on their laptops. And
great.
But what they had to do was yawn and stretch, because every time you yawn, you're supposed to stretch with your yawn. That's a really good fascia thing. So if you have a big yawn, let's yawn. And you stretch with your yawn.
Oh, there we go.
It means you want to do another one straight away.
Definitely.
So, but if you have a stretch and a yawn every hour, and have a little bit of neck and shoulders, at the end of the day, you'll feel a hell of a lot better than you would normally. So that's my tip for the week, is every time you yawn, stretch. And if you're sitting for too many hours, set a little alarm and yawn and stretch every hour.
I like that one. I'm going to do that this week. Yeah, I like that. Oh, well, that was fun. Oh, right. So back out into the cold then to finish off the garden.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. All right. So have a good weekend. Oh, and just a little reminder to anybody who's listening, please subscribe. So if you enjoy our little weekly chats and ideas and hints, and we will be probably putting on some other little videos and things before long. Please do subscribe, because it's really helpful to us. Press the like button. Subscribe doesn't mean you have to pay any money. You don't have to do anything. All you do is just say you're enjoying what we're getting, and you'll see our little weekly thing pop up, hopefully, on your screen. And also, just a little hint for our Tripudio Movement Systems information Facebook page as well. So we have lots of little videos on there, and we try and post information about any classes and what's going on Zoom and other things. So there's my little plugs for this week for our Tripudio.
Like and subscribe.
That's the one.
Okay then, see you soon.
All right.
Bye. Bye everybody.
Bye, Karen. Bye everybody.
Bye. Woo. Oh.